Welcome to the Explainer. We all know Python is one of the most popular programming languages on the planet. But here's the thing. On its own, it's not really built for heavy-duty data science. So today, we're going to unpack the essential toolkit of libraries that transforms Python into an absolute data science powerhouse.
You've probably heard that Python is amazing for, building websites or automating everyday tasks. But that might leave you wondering, how on earth does a general-purpose language like this handle gigantic data sets and really complex math? How can it possibly compete with specialized tools like R or MATLAB? It's a really good question.
And the short answer is, it doesn't do it alone. Python gets a massive upgrade from a whole suite of powerful open-source libraries that are designed to work together perfectly. You can think of it like assembling an all-star team, where every single library brings a unique and totally critical skill to the game.
All right, so let's dive in. We have to start with the absolute bedrock of this entire system, NumPy. That stands for Numerical Python, and trust me, this is where all the magic really begins. So, NumPy's secret weapon is this amazing concept called vectorization. See, a standard Python list has to chug through items one by one by one in a loop, and with huge data sets, that is incredibly slow. But NumPy arrays, they let you apply an operation to the entire array all at once. That's because the heavy lifting is being done in super fast compiled C code, not those sluggish Python loops.
And the impact of that difference is just huge. We're not talking about a tiny improvement here. NumPy can crank out mathematical computations anywhere from 10 to 100 times faster than native Python. For data science, that kind of speed isn't just a nice-to-have, it's an absolute necessity.
Okay, let's keep building this out. Once you have your numbers and you can process them at lightning speed, you need a way to get them organized. And for that, we bring in the next player on our all-star team, Pandas.
Honestly, the best way to think about Pandas is Excel on steroids. It takes that familiar, intuitive structure of a spreadsheet that we all know and drops it right into your code. But then it supercharges it with all the power and flexibility of Python. It just makes playing with your data a total breeze.
And the heart of Pandas is something called the DataFrame. It's this powerful table-like structure with rows and labeled columns. It lets you just effortlessly load data from a file and then clean it, filter it, group it, and analyze it, all with just a few simple lines of code. It's fantastic.
So at this point, our data is loaded, it's clean, and it's nicely structured. Now we can bring in the specialists, the toolboxes for the really advanced and complex tasks.
First up, we've got SciPy. It builds right on top of NumPy's foundation to handle those really high-level scientific computing problems. So think about tasks like finding the most efficient shipping route to slash costs or solving complex engineering equations. When you have those kinds of problems, SciPy has the advanced algorithms you need.
And next is the one you've probably heard of, the incredibly popular scikit-learn. This library really is what makes the whole world of machine learning so accessible. It gives you a simple, consistent way to build models that can classify your data, predict future values, or find hidden patterns. What's so brilliant about scikit-learn is how it simplifies what seems like a crazy complex process into just 3 basic steps. First, you pick a model you want to use. Then you train that model on your data, that's called fitting, and finally, you use that trained model to make predictions on totally new data. It's just a really elegant and powerful workflow.
Okay, so after all that computation and all that modeling, you've actually uncovered some insights. Awesome, but the job's not done. The final, and I'd say most critical step, is to communicate your findings, and that's where visualization libraries come into play.
Matplotlib is the granddaddy of plotting libraries in the Python world. It's the workhorse. It gives you this precise, fine-grained control over every single little element of your chart, from the thickness of a line to the font on a label. It's absolutely perfect when you need to create a highly customized, publication-quality figure.
But what if you just want to create beautiful, statistically informed plots without a ton of code? Well, for that, you turn to Seaborn. It's built right on top of Matplotlib, and it's designed to make sophisticated visualizations, like this bar chart showing average salary by rank, incredibly simple to generate.
So now let's just zoom out for a second and see how all of these individual pieces snap together to form one single powerful and complete data science toolkit.
It's really a logical progression, where each library builds on the one before it. NumPy gives us the high-performance arrays for our numbers. Pandas uses those arrays to build organized data frames.
Scikit-learn takes that structured data to build its predictive models. And then finally, Seaborn visualizes the results to tell a compelling story. See how it all connects?
This tightly integrated ecosystem is exactly what makes Python a top choice for data scientists all over the world. It empowers you to go all the way from raw, messy numbers to clean, meaningful, and actionable insights. The only question left is, what story is your data going to tell?